Hello and welcome to another Nikomedia tutorial. So today I got a request for this one here, and this is from Arben Vllasaliu. I sure I pronounce it wrong, so sorry for that. You will find the link in the description, of course. And this follower did the kind donation, so yeah, of course I try to do it. He asked me because he has no idea how this should come together, and honestly, I didn't try it because this is an unplanned tutorial now. Because I was supposed to get some visit, but this was cancelled, and so I have some unexpected time. Good. Normally, I do my tutorials. First, I do it and try everything, and but this is more than less live, so it's not a live YouTube or live stream, but I do it the first time as well. So, what do we have here? We have here a lot. So we need this thing here. this he calls it nonsense. Okay, nonsense. We have this nonsense here, and we try to recreate it. So let's stop this. And I already let's see if I find it. I already downloaded this video, so I can put it uh, in cinema. Where do I have it? Requests. This should it be. So I go to cinema, Shift F6 for the picture viewer, and I drag it in. Yeah, I got it. So because here we can nicely scrub through now, and so this is easier for us. So the first thing I want to do is this sweep. So we make a spline and we sweep this, but this is a strange shape. So let's bring this a little to the side. So I will start here from above, and I start with this one, and this could be a normal arc here from above. Okay, but I wanted 280 here. So okay, looks nice. But this arc, you see, when we play this, this is offsetted. So this is here's the center, but the arc center is somewhere here. So this is a little offsetted. So I drag this to the side. Let's say 100 centimeter. Okay, the arc is 200. I drag it. I make it a little smaller. So make it 100 and drag it to the side 50. So okay. That should work. So the next step is I make this editable. So I have my arc. You see, I have it uniform with 8 segments. This should work. Maybe 6 is enough because we will put this later in a subdivision surface, I guess, and the 6 should be enough. Okay, and I don't know, maybe I should make currency to object or hit just C. We will see it. When I hit just C and go in point mode. You see, we have only 4 points here. 2, 3, 4, 5 points here. This is not what I want. So I go back to the original one, and when I have 6 points here, so when I make current state to object and hide this, and I go now in point mode, now you see I have the points I want. Okay, that's nice. So I take this one point, hold my control key and drag this to the center here. So now I have this spline. Now I go in front view, hold my control key again and drag this down to, don't know, let's say 150, 200. It does not matter. This is just this down part here. Let's make it 200. So now we have here an interesting spline. This should be this spline here. When we go to here, you see we have this, whoop, whoop, and we have this arc here. Whoop. Nice. So the first thing is done. We can now nicely take these 2 points and chamfer them a little bit. So right click, chamfer, and make this a little rounder. I'm in linear mode, but that's no problem. Let's go here to 6 or so. And when I hit enter, you see now the arc is here in Bezier. And this is normal. What Siri speaks with me. Okay. But I'm not sure, but this is correct. So is this 6 here? Bezier. I'm gonna go here to adaptive. Yeah, the adaptive. I prefer the adaptive here. So this Bezier adaptive. Don't need as much. So 25 or so should be fine. Okay, this should work. Let's put this in a sweep. Then we see it exactly what we have. Let's make it. Yeah, 5 looks nice. Here I need just 2 as well. Put the circle in a sweep, of course, and the arc inside. Yeah, that looks very nice. And we can also make here a little rounding. So go to the sweep, caps. We have here 5, so let's go here to 4.5 or so. Then we get here a nice thing. Yeah, that looks nice so far. Maybe we should make later here quads instead of the n-gon, so we have just to put an X in between here, but I think that we will see this later. So the next step is to create the disk here. So let's make a disk. Okay. Plus C. So I go to here. So this comes in here. This has to be I don't know. The size could be okay here. And what do we need here? We need this. Okay, we need an arc here. For this, we need this arc here. Let's. Yeah, okay. We have here this position. This is okay. So let's make another arc, or I'll make a new arc here. So this is the new arc. You see, we have it here. Make it again to 180. And I make it so small that it starts from here and goes down to here. So on this point here, from this middle point here. So let's see how big this is. Should be here. This is okay. And this is a radius of 50. Okay. Now here a radius of 50. That's perfect. And now the only thing we have to do is here make the same spline, make a point from here to here and go down. That should be everything we need here, I guess. Let's see, let's rotate this arc here. So to rotate the arc, we do not rotate the sweep here, because the sweep is exactly in the center of our scene, you see. I want the center of the arc to rotate, so I need it here. When I go to the arc, I have to, this is what I want to rotate. So we go to the arc, go to the heading and try it. So this is this. It goes. This. So the disk is a little big because it touches here. So this is not what we want. Make the disk a little smaller. Let's see how this looks here. So, yeah, it touches almost, but it does not exactly touch it. So go to the disk and make the disk, let's say 80 or not 80 is too small. But 80 looks here. It looks quite okay. We can make it a little bigger, 90. Yeah, let's say 90. Give it more segments, so that can be 100, this is okay. So now we have this small arc small. Oops. Small. Good. Nice. So let's see what we do here. When this comes down, so here. And out of here and back to here. Yeah, it goes in the middle of this. This is okay. Good. We have here our small arc. Here I do the same. I don't need so many points. Uniform, maybe 4 should be fine. You see, it's a little jaggy, but we put it in the subdivision. Well, let's. Here I want to subtract this from the disk with a volume builder. So here I make some more, so I get a nice smooth thing. Because I don't need any roundings here. When I go to here, this looks quite edgy here. So okay. Go to here, current state to object. Can delete this one. So then in point mode, take this point here, drag it to the center, control on the keyboard and drag it to the center. I hold the shift key, as you see, I have increments of 5 here, okay. And then again, control key and then drag it down 200, so okay. Now I have the same, right? And this should be everything we need. This would be too easy, huh? Okay, let's see. I take the disk and put the disk in a thicken. So 10, I think 10 is okay. Yeah, 10 looks fine here. And then let's put the thicken and the small arc in a volume builder. So volume builder, volume measure, you know it meanwhile. 1 here should be fine, okay. And then we subtract the small arc. So the small arc density of 5 and here 5 centimeter or maybe more. The radius maybe 6. And let's go first to subtract and we see something. Yeah, let's go to 6. Now we have this now. And you see this works perfect. Let's smooth this out here. Give it a smooth. And then it looks perfect. This is nice. I make this the volume builder here to 0.5 so that it's a little sharper. Yeah. And make the sweep a little thinner. Go to the circle and give it maybe 4. Yeah, that looks better. Here for later we use a subdivision surface. This is no problem. And now when we both when we need 100 frames, when I both rotate 360 degrees, that should be it. Let's rotate the arc here, the sweep arc, 360 degrees in the heading. So I want to put it in a minus degree so that it goes it goes clockwise. So I'll make here a keyframe, last frame and minus 360. That should work, of course. Yeah, that works. And then I go to my second to the disk. I could rotate the whole volume builder. Let's see, and I want this in the counter clockwise as well. So here I have to go to positive. Keyframe on 0, last frame 360. And that should it be. Let's NA for hiding all the things here and play it. Yeah, we are done. Okay, this is a little surprising. Good. So the only thing we have to do now is these two wheels here, maybe. But let's do something different. As I said, I have a little time. So this is done. So the next thing, what I wanna do now, I don't need this anymore. Good, I can close it. This is great. Uh, and I like this little rounding inside here, but I think we will lose it because I make here, I remesh this whole thing here. So we could leave it like it is because this is just this one thing which is so high subdivided. But let's try how a remesher does looks here. So yeah, yeah, but the remesher here. And the remesher goes 5% or so because this should be enough. It needs a little bit. You see it left down here. You see that thing? It starts slow, but it gets faster. Oh, that looks not so nice here. Let's see if we can. Sure, we can do something here. Is the shading better? We could use on the x-axis. Uh, we could use on the x-axis. No, we cannot use a symmetry because then I get this opening here as well. So. But let's give it some more here. So let's see how this looks. Now, come on, do something. Okay. Whoop. Okay. We have a wonderful mesh here. Okay, state object. And I copy here the animation track, copy track, and go to the remesher, and I paste the track here. Animation, paste tracks. So that means that should work. So we can hide this all here. Let's make a backup folder here. Make a backup folder. So, and put the remesher in here. Let's say remesh disk. Okay. And this is the disk. Good. Let's see. Yep, that works still. And now let's make this two small wheels here, which drives it. We have here in the disk, I think we had 80. Is this correct? No, 90 in the radius. 90 is a stupid number because I think we need a quad, so the size of. Let's see. Let's make here. You can make a cylinder plus C and go in the front here and make this radius 90 for. Okay, okay, this should be fine. And I want this, check it, 45 or 50 here, and drag it down until it touches here the. Let's make it let's make it even more, so 64. Okay, that looks quite okay. Yes. Okay. The thickness here will be whoop. So this here. 10. Okay. And now let's make a simple checkerboard material just to see how it rotates. Put this on my disc here. No, the cylinder here. So. Okay. And this disc should, so we run here clockwise, so this should run counterclockwise. So to the left. Okay, the minus direction. And we have now, we have the quad of the size of the big disc. So we need the speed 4 times the speed from this disc here. So we go in minus 360 times 4. So, first, it doesn't matter. I can make a keyframe here on the last frame, make a keyframe, and go to the first frame, and go here to the 0. That's the same. So. That looks nice. Then let's make an instance of this guy here. Instance. And drag it to 50 on the other side. So we have this plus 50 wick. And we need here as well, because it's what is a little thing. The instance does not rotate now. This is you have to give the how big drag. Normally you should think this instance is an instance, so it should do the same, but it does not. Paste the drag. And okay. So far, so good. We can now make here a smoothing, so round edges. Go to the caps and give the cap. That looks not so bad. I think I like this. Okay. Perfect. And it looks a little boring. Let's make a final render. But I will render this just in Octane because this patrons can download later the project file from here. Now it's not already for download because, as I said, I did not plan this tutorial, so I did not try it. What can we do here? I want to make a disk here. The original was Shift F6. With this, yeah, this would be easy. So two cubes and take this inside out. So this would be. Let's make it a little more fancier. Let's make. Yeah. I go here to the top and I hide my big disk here. Good. That's perfect. Now we need a circle here because I want to make a disk. No, come on, why does this not? Can I not go through with this? What's wrong here? Does not, cannot. Maybe. No, cannot scrub through. That's strange. But let's see, we need this disc here, so because I want to play this. Yeah, I need here a ring. From here to here. This should be no problem. So let's make a circle spline. I hope it's not too boring because, as I said, this is for me it's the first time as well that I do this one. Bring it to here in the middle, and I need it so big that it's here. This is 50. Okay, so I want a ring here. So go here to ring. The inner radius 45 and the outer radius 55. So now I have this exactly in the middle. That's what I want. The next thing I want is, maybe we want here in the circle, give it more subdivisions, 12 or so. Good. The next thing is I want here two rectangles to bring the wheels inside my disc later. So rectangle, how big is this? Okay. One has to be here, 50 over here. And the height, let's say something. I'll make it 50, so we cover this. We can change this later with my plan. Okay, and, let it like this. So, and I copy this one. Bring it down here, copy it, and drag this up to here. And now I take all of these three splines in one connect. Whoops. And now I need for the outer circle big circle. So, and this big circle should be here offsetted as well, so that this is in the middle here. Okay, that looks good so far. What if I put this as well in the connect and then I try to extrude everything, so to try it without a spline mask. Let's try it. Extrude. And it works perfect. We don't need any spline mask and nothing. So I drag this whole thing down to about here in the middle. So let's see. These two wheels are inside here. That's okay. Let's bring back the disc. Okay. Maybe we can make. No, this looks. Let's make this a little higher, the extrude, so that we don't see the middle one. Otherwise, we have to make some axis or something else, and so that we don't have to do it, bring the a little over it. So now the axis is inside, and we don't have to care about. Let's now. That looks quite nice, everything. But I want the holes a little smaller, I guess. So let's go to the two rectangles here. Bring them together more, so maybe even more. So that they don't touch, of course. And we can make this smaller as well. Okay. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Let's save it. I totally forgot, but this is a reflex. My finger do this itself. So how can I call this? A nonsense. This don't touch. Don't touch tutorial. So Good, this is okay. And then I want to see here if we could not make simply a rounding of two, but I guess here a bevel looks better here. 0. So I bring the extrude in a null, or I could bring the bevel under the extrude. Let's see. Yeah, that works as well, because now we have here a rounding as well. So let's make 1, 2, 3. So that looks much better. But we have no rounding here. It goes in the wrong direction, maybe. Something. No. Let's connect the extrude. Let's try the other way. Let's bring the extrude in a null and bring the bevel above it. And because we don't have this, the extrude has nothing like one object like the boulder. So make it. But when I put this in a connect and say oh, it's welded, does not give me here anything. Everywhere I have my bevel, but not here. That's not nice. Why could this be? And maybe because I have everything set inside here. Guess this could be the problem. What if I do this with a solid? It disappears. Here that makes no difference. That makes a difference. It looks horrible. Let's see why we have this problem. This does not make any change. Let's go to the connect. What is when if I simply go to here and say current state to object. Hide this and try to bevel this one here. No, it goes to the inside. I think so. Something is wrong. Yeah, let's see how the nice the normals look. So go in 3, select all. That looks everything looks perfect here. Let's remesh this guy here. Go to remesh. It looks great, but I want here 500 or so. Even more. Let's go to 1000. This can. That looks nice. And what if I put the remesher in a null? Put the bevel on here. Okay, that works now. Good. Problem solved for me. Remesher, zack, current state to object. This is the socket and bring it inside the backup here. So we have some shading problems. You see, so this the Fong thing is 38, also 40 here. That's perfect. And now you see we have it a little jaggy here, so this is no problem. Now I can go to my bevel and say a solid bevel. So can even make it a little smoother, so too, and put everything in a subdivision surface. NA, and we have a wonderful mesh here. Okay, done. This connect we don't need anymore. And this should nicely work inside this thing now. So let's see. works perfect. So as I said, we can put the subdivision serve or the sweep here in a sub D. Ah, come on. Nope. This is the correct one. So, NB, the see if it looks, yeah, it looks nice. Let's see how this looks with NA here. This is okay as well. So I don't think that we have to do here something. We could maybe go to the sweep. Give it here in the caps, in the rounding. So, we have a problem here. Good, this is the sub D problem. This has this. Yeah, but it's okay, I think. This we have this X here as well. This we could solve when we go. I think we should go here to one more. But this was okay. So that when we shade it, we don't see it when it's textured. So we can go here to 3, and that is nice. Good. Still looks a little boring. So let's find a nice thing here. So this could be on our angle here. Save it. Let's hide this arc spline here. Let's bring this in there. The small arc is here. Let's hide it. We don't even need it anymore because everything is in the remesh now. This remesh here. So we can put this in the packer folder as well. Then I want to make something. Let's do it like, yeah, let's make some clones thinglies here. So, close. I make a disk. This is the way I work when I have time. Do it like this, and let's try this, and then do this. And if I don't like it, I do something else. Make this bigger here, so 240, 100. And we want an inner radius as well, so something like that, 180. Cool. Then we thicken this up here. Can make it here, so whoop, whoop. This thicken, I really like the thicken. That's so 10 is okay here, in the middle is okay. Bring it down on my guy here, so perfect. That looks great. And make some copies out of it. So copy, yeah, cloner, linear in the y-axis is okay. 10 in the y-axis, 5, save, and then I give the cloner a step effector. And I hold my shift key because so the step effector comes under the cloner, which is wrong, of course, but I drag it up and up here. So I have my effector, which is belongs to the cloner, always on top here. So it doesn't matter where it is, but so I find it easier. So, and you see we already have these stairs here, so the steps. But I want here in the effector, the parameter is uniform scale. This is not what I want. I want to scale it just in the X and the C. So let's make this 1, 1. So it does not scale up my Y. We wouldn't see it because it would intersect, but so that's the correct way to do it. Give the thicken again. Put it in null, the thicken. Under the null we put in bevel. And we bevel these stairs here. So save. Now that looks nicer. Good. Let's make a camera. And the camera I want here to go to 80. Whoop. So that looks quite nice. Be careful that we have this inside our scene. Okay. Make a protection tag. Save. Then I would give it my Nikomedias Scene Rig. I don't need a shadow catcher in this case because we have everything here. Save it. Let's see if it's okay so far. Ah, that looks nice. With this we can work, I think. Okay. And other HDRI, of course. This is the studio HDRI. I want here an outdoor HDRI. So I go to my outdoors and yeah, I want something asphalt-like. So a little. This one I use very rarely. So yeah, that looks great with this shit. This is a nice one. Why do I use this so rarely? That's nice. Yes, with this plants in the background, nice shadow. Yeah, as I said, patrons can download the project file and then you will get my HDRI as well, of course. And then here we will make so asphalty so that it looks like it's all together. An asphalt texture here, so bring this to here. Asphalt texture. Let's make here the asphalt 5 is a little bright on. Okay, I think this could be. This we don't need anymore. Let's start with the disk here. So this is the disk. Whoop. Of course, this is the wrong mapping here. So let's go to a cubic mapping that should do it. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay. Let's see how this works. Spec residence. Maybe a little, yeah, so that it gets a little glossy. And I use this for everything. Everything but the small ones here. These are the smallest. Subdivision surface. What is this? Yeah, that looks. Because we have it not. Let's copy it over from here with the cubic mapping. Control on the keyboard and copy it over. That looks much better. And on the cloner, whoop. Perfect. It looks really like it belongs to the background here. Here I make some darker guys. We have here a little darker thing, but we can make darker anyways. So this is the 5, and which one have we here? This is the 5. I want here the 3. Comes on the small cylinder, so I go over this guy here. Cubic mapping. And make this one darker. So let's go to the editor here. So. And I simply go a little up with my gamma here. Yeah, that looks like a nice rubbery thingy. Cool. I like it. And here I want something like chromium or so. Let's go to metal. I like cobalt. Cobalt always is nice. So this is, where is our, this is this. Yeah, great. Sweep. And that should be it for this tutorial. Now let's make it little. Oh, we have, it's blurry enough in the background, I think, because the HDRI itself is blurry already. So that's the reason I don't really need here a depth of field. Does not look blurry, but it is for any reason. Do I have? No, I have no depth of field. But this one, if I double click this, it does not look blurry, but it is, and it is. Yeah, it doesn't matter. For me, it works perfect. Let's go ahead. The camera, maybe we can make it the depth of field here, so that it goes, so it gradients, it transitions. To make here in the middle the focus. Then we need on the camera, we need a camera tag. Go to depth of field. Ah, I have here aspect ratio. No, this is no autofocus. So let's do it again. So I have the focus point here. Whoops, yeah, now it has the focus point here. Okay, this is too. No, it's not really, no, but it's a little blurry here. This is okay. So that it's not too sharp to the transition to the background. Yeah, I think we can live with this. I guess I will render this out. It should render really, really fast. Save this. So, and then I go to my render settings. I have here my octane. I don't need to render this in ACES because here is nothing too bright or so. This is okay. I will use the denoise beauty bus. Output 1080 is okay. All frames 1080, as I said, is okay. Save. I have to activate the Octane. Let's render this. Let's see how long it takes because I cannot Shift R. Shift R. Why it does nothing? Hey, Shift R. Ah, it's something. It's is it crashed? Let's wait a little bit because there would not be no reason to crash in this case. Hmm. Yeah, it seems it crashed, which is fun because it doesn't matter. I'm back in a second. I simply did I see that? No. Good. Let's see if I see here. No, it's totally it's crashed. Okay, I'm back in a second. The process in the task manager. Anyways, now but honestly, I think it is the first crash since I work with the new version here, and this is yeah, it is quite stable at the moment. And I'm sure this was not from cinema. I guess this was from Octane. But I was too fast with the Shift R and so. Anyways, let's do this again. So it should be everything. Yeah, because I saved it. So everything is okay. So now Shift R. Yep, I don't want to save it. I want to see how long it takes. But I guess this goes really fast. So okay, 2 seconds a frame. I can live with this. Okay, I'm back when it's done. So, rendering is done. Let's see what we got. And that is a really, really nice thing. Did not expect that we get it so fast. Looks great. Yeah, this is Arben, what's his name? Vllasaliu. He has a lot of great ideas. So you definitely should visit his Instagram. There are a lot. He has another one here as well. So that there's something with this, and I think we could do this the same way. Wait, where is it? Yeah, something like this here. And that is he has very crazy ideas. And yeah, I think it's okay when I show something how I do it or how I would do it. But I think it's okay because he didn't tell me anything else. So yeah, definitely have a look at his Instagram. This is and try something and maybe not always immediately ask for a tutorial. Maybe try it yourself. So when you try it yourself, you learn a lot. Believe me. So and if you're really stuck somewhere, then ask. But of course, I do it. If you ask, it's no problem. I do it. Uh, I do it. Yeah, I have no problem to show it, and I do it. I like to do it, especially when I got a donation. But yeah, so we have this. As I said, you will find the link in the description. We are done. Patron can download this tutorial. When this tutorial is online, the project file is for sure online too. And yeah, nothing more to say. I will try to make this weekend another tutorial, and cannot promise when, but should be this weekend. I wish you a wonderful evening. I see here it's 9 p.m. I wish you a wonderful weekend and all the best here from Austria, Vienna. But as I always say, thanks to all my followers and a special thanks to all my patrons. And yeah, if you have questions, complaints, requests, let me know. Okay, now it's okay. Now I can say bye bye. Okay, all the best hier from Austria, Vienna und tschüss und baba.